Well, we seem to have a significant amount of members now, on Let's Go Help, that are looking for emergency places to stay. They're either staying on a sofa somewhere, or they're worried they may be thrown out of their apartment or something within days or hours or whatever. And it's a problem all over the country, and we all know that. We read about it, and to solve it is different everywhere you live. You know, there's no one thing you could do. There's just a bunch of possibilities that will likely work in most cases. So that's why a lot of this is just going to, excuse me, take perseverance to find and keep tracking. So you can't just call one place and solve things, anymore. Now here's a report, a press release I got from Wake County in North Carolina, that they had a hotline for this, and now they're getting rid of the hotline. So now what do? You don't have one place to do. So what they're saying now, and that hotline was called an access hub. So they don't have that. So if you knew that, then that was a good place to do it. But now what they're saying, what you have to do now is they have 6 organizations that solve problems like this. One is called Awake Prevent, South Wilmington Strait Center, Cornerstone Case Management, Rental Assistance Housing Program, Veterans Homeless Services, all county funded community partners, including Rapid Rehousing, and Emergency Shelter Service providers. They get all counties and cities and nonprofits in the area get a lot of money to work on these problems. And there's not one place to do it, and you may have to go to half a dozen places to find anything and still hope to get lucky. Now, one thing that you probably can do, no matter where you live, is go to 211.org. But you could call that, because housing is so important, and we can't have people living in cars and things like that. So they probably do, if you call on phone, almost every place in the country, you could call 211 for like social services help and nonprofits and stuff like that. There's a few cities that have 311, but most of it's 211. So you could call them, and then you could go on their website and look. But calling that to see, because they could probably tell you the top places, but that doesn't mean there's not more. That doesn't mean that you're going to get help or anything. This is a process. Okay. Now, if they help or they can't help particularly, then the other thing you do is go something to Find Help. Okay. Now, when I put Find Help and I put my zip code in it, which is the Washington D.C. area, and I put in, where happened to Find Help? It was here a minute ago. What did you do with it? Did you do something with it? I know. Okay, let's go here. Find Help, findhelp.org. Okay, put in your zip code, 20009. Okay, hit search. Where it is. Okay. Now, what I do is put up housing up there. Okay, just put up housing up there. So now I'm in the zip code. I put in the zip code, my zip code. I put in housing, and what do I get? Okay, look at this. 521 nonprofit organizations that help people with housing. Okay, that means in my zip code, there are 521 organizations that will help me with my housing problem for free. All these people either give you money or free services. 500. Do you hear that? 500. So if you don't have someplace to contact or help, man, you could spend a couple months doing this, right? So that's what's there. Now what you do is you get that and start looking there and call them. You could look at it, the description and the phone numbers and the hours, everything's there that you help. Every one of these 521 are there to help people with housing problems. You're a person with a housing problem. Maybe, you have to move in a month, maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. But here you have 500 people who are getting paid full time to help people with housing problems, okay? Maybe it's only for veterans, okay? Then that's not for you. But even still, if you called them, they would be helpful, because even though they can't help you, they would likely know other people who can. Because if they're only helping veterans, obviously if they've been doing this for more than a couple days, they run into other organizations that do this. That's why this is such an invaluable source for anybody who needs help, is the people who are in your community who are already getting paid full time to help people like you with that problem. So you want to find them. It's all about a people business. It's not an internet business, it's a people business. You want to find those people who are out there solving people with these kinds of problems. They think about it 24 hours a day. And if you're in the war of survival, you don't have that luxury of knowing what possibilities are out there. They're looking at possibilities every day, like I do. So that's why I see opportunities all the time, because I look for them all the time. You don't. All you see is a crisis, and where the hell am I going to sleep tonight? So you have to find people who are in that. And they're there, they already got paid, you don't have to pay about it, you don't have to worry about it. And their mission in life is to help you, but they gotta find you. Or actually, you gotta find them, unfortunately, because they don't find you. So that's, I see, a way to try to solve that problem. And there's no guarantee anything works in life. There's only guarantee that nothing will work if you don't try anything. You have to try something. You have to get on that phone. That's right. Here's 500 possibilities. You can never run out of things. You're bound to find something. Sure, maybe it'll take you 2 weeks. What the hell? What did you do the last 2 weeks? That's what I mean. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Please try. It's the only way to solve your problem is to. I know it's hard because you're weak and you got beat up out there in life and everything, but believe me, if you keep going, it is the only definite thing that could have the most likelihood or chance of doing something for you is keep talking to people who are in the business of trying to help people like you. And look at this, 500 where you live. Oh my God, who would have thought?